This is Transport and Tourism Express with your captain, Victor Oyejide. Only on Honor 103.5 FM, Ibadan.
Back to the program Tourism Express. And on this program today, we'll be really looking at issues of public importance in the tourism and hospitality sector. I've had a very distinguished guest in the studio, and a very big man at that, the president of Hoteliers Association of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter, will be speaking with us shortly. But before we go deep into conversation, let me take you through some of the few other activities that has happened on the sector within the last 1 week, just in case you didn't catch up with some of these information or updates. And for you to know that within the transport and tourism sector, quite a number of things had also happened. I would need to go on the short musical break, and when I'm back, you get to speak with, you get to listen to some of those major trending news in the sector.
Through the world, over land and over sea, I see different cultures and different people's ways. I was born where the sun never sets and never rises. I was born where the heat is like a second skin.
Welcoming you back from that short musical break, 7 Lives by beautiful Nubia. In the studio today, I have a very distinguished personality who has done well for himself and from the tourism sector, particularly the hospitality sector in Oyo State and Nigeria at large. Today I'll be speaking with a very gentleman, I'll put it that way, a gentleman who is the Otunba of Inyekiti and the president of Hoteliers Association of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Otunba Ayodele is the president of Hoteliers. Otunba Ayodele Ogundele, yes, the president of Hoteliers in Oyo State. How's it been for you?
We thank God. It's been a good ride. We've tried to develop the industry past where we met it in Oyo State, and we thank God up till now we've been getting good response. We've been getting good cooperation from government, and our membership has been gradually increasing. But being an association which there's a freedom of association, it's whoever sees fit out of the industry, practitioners and owners of hotels comes to join our fold. But I'm glad to see and to say that so many new hotels are coming up, and so many of them are realizing the importance of being part of an association like this.
Great. Today on the program, we'll be looking at how to enhance tourist experience, some of the best practices that are expected for hotel owners in Oyo State. This is very key for tourism development. You agree with me? You mentioned something earlier on, for people that have identified with the association. So I know we have hotels, we also have motels. Some people can also say we have brotels. Do all these people that owns this, do these bodies actually, the hotels, the motels, are they under your association?
Okay, so whatever you call them, okay, there are places that offer one service or the other. And the association is there as an umbrella body to not really regulate, but to assist. Number one, the association is a bridge between the industry and government.
Okay.
The association is the one that organizes training programs, and the association is able to identify where we have problems within the industry and how we can go about solving those problems. And when we actually get some people that want to take advantage also, the association is always there to stand up for members of the industry. Yes.
Members of the industry who have a challenge at one point or the other.
That's right.
But there's freedom of association for
Yes.
every member.
Yes, there is. Yes.
You know, one key thing is that when people want to join, or when we have tourists come around, they should be able to have maximum experience in the state that's in the hotel that they visit. And I don't know, is there a way you get to regulate activities of members and check their activities? You said you are not an enforcement body, but I don't know, are there trainings you do for your members? What exactly do they get to benefit?
Okay, so you see, in our industry is actually one of the most misread and undermined industries you can find, because you see, anybody that has the wherewithal, okay, can set up a hotel or a motel or a guest house or apartments or suites tomorrow. You don't need any special training, you don't need any licenses. But the truth of the matter is that you actually need some form of training, okay? Especially your staff needs some form of training. But that has gone to the dogs because there's no longer facilities to train. Okay, 3, 4, what am I saying? 10 years ago, you could go to a Duff Catering Institute, you could go to a Davok Catering Institute,
To
there
learn.
were so many places to learn. But right now, all those vocational skills have died away. And basically, it is left up to industry practitioners to pick people off the streets and try and train them. And that is why you now have you have so much poaching. People that set up new hotels will go and look for people that have been working in other hotels. And invariably, they will employ people that already have a mindset, maybe a criminal mindset. And 6 months down the line, they're complaining that, the bar is not making any profit, the barman stole half the money, blah, blah, blah. You know, so we have a problem. And the biggest problem we have in this industry is actually manpower.
Manpower.
Yes, it's manpower. Experienced,
Experienced.
knowledgeable manpower.
I think that word is key. Experience,
Yes,
manpower, not just anybody.
Experienced and trained manpower. Do you understand? 90% of people you see sit there working in a hotel, they don't see it as an industry. They don't see it as a profession. Half of that 90 are only there to fill a vacuum.
And make money, make ends meet, and move on with your
Yes,
life.
you'll hear people saying, I am managing at so hotel. And I tell them, you're not managing, you're working. Put in your best and see what God will do.
Giving the
You understand?
people
Yes.
experience.
Yes, they say, I'm managing. And somebody that is managing can never put in his best. Do you understand? So, like I said, our biggest problem right now is manpower issues. Manpower, training, experience. That's what we have.
I'm going to come back to some of your challenges, but let's look at the hotels we have in Oyo State. Some people get to argue if we truly have a 5-star hotel in Nigeria, in Oyo State particularly, no, don't let me say Nigeria. If we truly have a 5-star hotel in Oyo State, looking at some of the previous experience, in fact, you can't even just compare. By the time you see what you're experiencing and even the rates that is charged in some of these places, how do we maintain a standard operating procedure, a standard operating practice for most members, such that there won't be depreciation and something that would start tarnishing the image of the association?
Well, like I said, the association is an umbrella body. The association is not an enforcement body. Do you understand? And I already mentioned the hotel being one of the easiest industries to get into. In fact, to be sincere, I would assume that at least 80% of people that go on and build hotels actually have no initial experience
about
the hotel.
They just have some money and just want to invest.
And everybody looks for a way, I want to tie money down. I'm looking for something I'll do when I retire. And I keep telling people, a hotel is a full-time job. It is not
a full-time job.
It is a full-time job. A hotel job, the owner of a hotel, the manager, it is a 24-hour job. You don't have a set time. You don't have Sunday. There's no difference between Sunday and a Monday. Do you understand? They're all working days in a hotel.
24 hours round
Now,
the clock.
I wanted to touch on your bit about
Five-star.
creating 5-star or whatever. You see, in our environment, 5-star cannot be. You cannot rate 5-star like it is rated abroad. That's for one. Okay. So in our own parlance, in our own vision, what is 5-star? 5-star to me might be totally different from what is 5-star to you.
Oh.
Do you understand?
But there's still some basic standard talking about
There's some
hotels classifications.
There's some very, very basic standards, but I can tell you the best hotels in the world that are 5, 6, 7-star, you'd be shocked. Some of them are built from wood. Some of them are built from bamboo in the middle of the jungle. It is actually the service that you provide that makes you a 5-star hotel or not. It is very difficult to provide a 5-star service based on international standards in Nigeria. In a 5-star,
very difficult.
It's very difficult. In a 5-star hotel, you're not supposed to forget it. Electricity is a given. Electricity is not supposed to go. You're not even supposed to hear the sound of a generator. That is noise. Do you understand?
Okay, I need to go on a short commercial break
Right.
now, and when I'm back, we get to speak more on this.
Right.
Do you dream of exploring Nigeria's rich tourism destinations through air, rail, road, and maritime routes? Then hop aboard Transport and Tourism Express with your captain, Victor Oyejide, a seasoned travel consultant and transport geographer, every Monday from 2 to 3 p.m. as it takes you on an exciting journey across landscapes, cultures, and the heartbeat of Nigeria's transport systems. Only on Honor 103.5 FM, Ibadan. Transport and Tourism Express. Your next journey starts on air.
When you're back from that short commercial break, this is still Honor 103.5 FM. You're listening to the program Transport and Tourism Express. And just like I told you, today on the program, or just in case you are just joining us, I've been speaking with Otunba Ayodele Ogundele, who is the president of Hoteliers in Oyo State, the Hoteliers Association of Nigeria, the Oyo State chapter. Just before we went on that short commercial break, you were speaking to the fact that the interest of the purchasing power of individuals might determine the chances of you having a 5-star hotel. Then again, what is 5-star for you might be different from what is 5-star for me. An international standard, I think there's still basic international standard, which I was speaking to before we went on that short break.
Yes. Basically, you see, a 5-star hotel, okay, that exists in Europe or America would be totally different from what we would expect a 5-star. When I say different, we'd expect all those services in place. But you see, like for instance, a generator is not, electricity is 24/7 and is 24/7. You don't take light. You don't hear the sounds.
You get to know something is even operating. Noise pollution, you get
nothing.
to...
Do you understand? And then you see, most importantly, the level of service, the level of training that staff have in the 5-star hotels in these developed countries. It's very difficult to find it here.
Very difficult to find it here.
It's very difficult to find it here.
Or is it that if you find them, you might not be able to pay them?
No, you see here, we don't look. Like I said earlier, how many people, how many institutions do you have that are training waiters? For instance, that are training waiters. A waiter is supposed to serve from a particular side of the customer. Do you understand? There's something we call silver service. Do you understand? There's something we call there's something that we call mopping down the table in between courses of meals. It's so difficult.
It's so difficult to find them.
It's so difficult to get people to go through that training.
You've been operating hotel now for the past 51 years.
Well, Davis Hotel has been in operation for the past 51 years, yes.
Running continuously
every
without
single
break,
day.
every
for
single
51
day.
Years, yes.
I would have asked how you've been doing this. But again, it calls for a reflection to see that so many things have evolved over the time, talking about your contribution to tourism in Oyo State and in Nigeria at large. And now let's get to look at it. Now people get to live in Lagos. They want to come back to Ibadan to come and sleep. They work in Lagos and live in Ibadan. And situations like this, people also want to come to a more serene environment where there is no noise. And most weekends now we get to hear feedbacks about, I think the commissioner for tourism at some point was saying many a times during the weekends, most top hotels in Ibadan are always fully booked because people are coming to experience nightlife. People are coming for tourism purpose. What do you say about this?
Well, they're right, but they're not always perfectly correct. You see, yes, you have a situation where there's a lot of movement in Ibadan. There's a lot of movement in Ibadan. The Lagos-Ibadan expressway that has been repaired has added to this. Do you understand? But you see, in general, the infrastructure in Nigeria is not geared towards tourism.
It's not geared towards tourism.
It's not geared towards tourism. Do you understand? So apart from coming to Ibadan, you're talking like everybody keeps talking about nightlife. Yeah, okay, nightlife is there. Nightlife is there. But am I going to take my family, my 12-year-old daughter and my 10-year? Am I going to say let's go? But meanwhile, there are tourism sites right across Oyo State that we could visit. But getting there, Oyo State is even better. If you drive out of Oyo State, you're going to Osun State, for instance. You're going to Ondo State. You're going to Ekiti State. Okay?
The connecting roads.
The state of the roads. Do you understand? Unless it is absolutely necessary, most people do not get on those roads. Talk less of you are going to spend the weekend somewhere. Do you understand? There's lots of infrastructure that ties in with tourism.
So there's really an infrastructural gap towards tourism development.
You see, the truth of the matter is that, you see, any tourism you're going to get is going to start locally. If you cannot get your local population to move around.
Inbound tourism.
Yes, local tourism. Okay? I'm sure there are people in Oyo State that would like to explore Jos. There are plenty of people in Jos that would like to explore Port Harcourt.
Very true.
Do you understand? Okay? We just heard of the news of the demise of our beloved Olubadan Vibadan. Okay? And there's going to be a burial, and there's going to be installation of the new Kabiesi. Do you understand? These are tourism magnets.
That can be marketed.
If the situation was right.
And would drive traffic.
Oh my God,
business.
if the situation was right. These are things. Look at how they managed to package Ojude Oba in Ejebo.
We had a Egungun festival in Oyo State.
Do you understand? Well, Egungun festival in Oyo State is still that's extremely localized. Do you understand? It's extremely localized. I went to Mexico a couple of months ago. Okay, they had what they call their masquerades. Their masquerades were dancing at the dinner parties we had. Do you understand? And we were giving them money. Their masquerades were not whipping people with Keno. Do you understand?
But I think a lot has actually improved. I don't know
well,
if you saw
has to. It has to. All
gathering them together at the stadium.
We have so much that can be turned into spectacles that will attract tourism. But we need to realize that it is local. It has to start locally. There is no foreign person. Do you understand? There's no foreign person in their right minds, okay, that will leave their country and just decide, I want to come and ride and explore.
Just like that.
Just like that.
People travel, essential travels. People. That's more of what people engage in.
Yes, essential. If you see tourists here from abroad, they're either coming for Dirty December in Lagos, or they're coming for somebody's wedding, or somebody's burial, or somebody's birthday. Do you understand? Okay, and they are being cocooned into a little space. Do you understand? They make sure they're being monitored, they're being chaperoned. Okay, they're not going where they should not go. Okay, just to keep them.
To be able to tell a proper story
just give them
for
safe.
them.
Yes, to keep them safe for the 2 weeks that they'll be here. And you see them being escorted back to the airport. With and their hosts, security. Their hosts are sighing a big relief, a sigh of relief that, thank God, they are going. You understand?
You seem to know a lot, and you're the president of an association. What working relationship do you have with government and your body?
Well, government has done... the present administration in Oyo State has done quite well for us. Other governments in the past also stood up, okay, and did their best. But you see, sometimes they will still need to dig deep and do more. About a week or two ago, I had an interview, and I mentioned how this present administration under Governor Sheyi Makinde has really used a vision, long-term vision, okay, to boost the economy of Ibadan. I will not speak outside Ibadan because I don't know what goes on in Ogbomoso, what goes on in Seyin. Do you understand? But in Ibadan, the economy has been seriously boosted.
But
okay?
let's look at it from this end. We hear about double taxation at different agencies coming around. At some point, there were information on the public space that Nyoto was going around several hotels and trying to enforce policies.
Yes, thank you. You see that? You see, those are I was going to come to that. Okay, and you have there's another group right now, the musical copyright people that are saying they're going around hotels and nightclubs collecting money on behalf of Nigerian musicians, artists and things, and foreign musicians. You see, like Naihoto. Yes, there's so many things that are hidden in the Nigerian constitution and in the laws. Okay, Naihoto is there. Okay, but Naihoto does not have the capacity to even do 5% of what they were intending to do.
Wow.
Do you understand? You are telling me that you want to train my staff. Do you have trained people that can come and train my staff?
Their own staff.
Do you have facilities that can come and train my staff? You are asking me that they were just they wanted to bite more than they could chew. Do you understand?
Talking about Nyoto.
Yes, and I think it was some people misled the minister to roll out that enforcement, so to speak. Okay, and I think at the end of the day, it's backfired. They've had to cancel the whole thing. Do you understand? Because when you roll out and you give all the hotels that are visible, okay, all these demand notices, okay, number one, it is seen as just revenue collecting. Because it is obvious from what you see there that you don't have the capacity. Do you understand? Okay, you just want to collect revenue.
We know them as a training agency, actually.
Yes. Now, there are other agencies also that have, in the law, that they can actually collect things from hotels. Like the musical...
All these taxes.
Yes, like the musical...
But don't you think it should all be harmonized together instead of double?
You see, it's difficult. We already have a harmonized bill with the Oyo State government, which Oyo State government collects. And we're able to actually fight at every point when there's any more multiple taxation by the Oyo State government. But there's so many federal agencies and different ones. Like this musical one I was talking about. Yes, it is there in the law. They have the ability, they have the permission or whatever, authority, to collect royalties. Do you understand? For music played. But what is causing the dispute right now is that they want to collect royalties based on maybe the size of your hotel, number of rooms you have. Yes, do you understand? And we are trying to tell them that some hotels don't even play music at all. Do you understand?
I need to go on a short commercial break again. Now, when I'm back, I will still be speaking to you based on some of these issues within the sector. Keep it locked down. There's still Honor 103.5 FM.
Do you dream of exploring Nigeria's rich tourism destinations through air, rail, road, and maritime routes? Then hop aboard Transport and Tourism Express with your captain, Victor Oyejide, a seasoned travel consultant and transport geographer, every Monday from 2 to 3 p.m. as it takes you on an exciting journey across landscapes, cultures, and the heartbeat of Nigeria's transport systems. Only on Honor 103.5 FM, Ibadan. Transport and Tourism Express. Your next journey starts on air.
Welcoming you back to Honor 103.5 FM. You're still listening to the program Tourism Express. And I've been speaking with Otunba Ayodele, who is the president of Hoteliers in Oyo State. He's speaking to quite a lot of things. And when we went on the short commercial break, I was asking him just one very important question, which I would want to come back with. And that is talking about how guests are supposed to also behave. As much as hotels are supposed to maintain a standard operating procedure, standard of practice, there are ways guests or tourists are also supposed to behave. The purpose of me living the comfort of my house and staying in an hotel is to have a serene, a quiet environment, but you get to and also experience maximum comfort. But you get to some places, to some hotels, and you see that your next door neighbor is probably smoking, or you get to some hotels and you observe that, the next door neighbor is praying loud at his voice or her voice. How do you get to manage some of these things, and what exactly are people supposed to know when they come to the hotel?
Yeah, well, thank you. All the things you've mentioned do happen in hotels. And basically, every hotel devises ways of trying to curb these behaviors. For instance, okay, it is right there in many hotels that the smoking of Indian hemp drugs is highly prohibited, and that you will call the police or necessary law enforcement agencies, and you see people would come in and they would respect that. And your staff too must be vigilant and in a polite, firm way must be able to tell a customer, we don't allow this here. Do you understand? But you will see a lot of hotels for the necessity to make money. Okay, they will turn a blind eye to so many
Some of
things.
these things.
And we keep telling them this thing shortens the life expectation of your hotel. Because decent customers will go away. Do you understand? When it's normal that your hotel is used by drug users, your hotel is used by
at times
Yahoo
you
men.
find your Yahoo boys
Yes,
lodged
you
in
find
there
Yahoo
for
men
days
and making
and
noise.
weeks.
Yeah, months. You
Some
see-
of them will have even booked ahead and say this room for 1 month.
Yeah,
you
so
can't.
you
Nobody.
see a lot of we're in a catch-22 situation.
Cash 22.
Yeah, so the ball goes round. A hotelier is buying diesel every day.
The economy is not smiling.
The economy is not smiling. It's buying diesel every day. Then he sees somebody that comes and says, I want 2 rooms, okay, for 6 weeks. Do you understand?
I really will jump at it.
All he's thinking about right now is that, at least I can pay my salaries from that, whatever, and then we'll manage the rest. Do you understand? And they'll try and pray and manage.
But how long do we continue this? The government not supporting you?
Well, support us how?
During the last blast incidents that happened at Bodija, you had the government dosing out a lot of money to hoteliers, especially those that were there for the government.
Well, hoteliers that people stayed in or hotels that were damaged. There are two.
Hotels that were damaged, did the
How many
government not
hotels?
do anything?
My hotel was damaged.
Your hotel is in Bodija.
My hotel is in Bodija. I think Bonn was damaged. There was Bridgeway, and then there was another hotel, okay, right there, right near the epicenter, that was damaged. I'm sure everybody got some kind of compensation.
Okay.
But you see, the truth of the matter is this. Do you understand? The bomb blast happened. Okay? And for instance, in my hotel, the bomb blast happened. I had guests in the house. In fact, it was some royal fathers that were staying in my hotel that called my attention because I wasn't around. I was in far away Ekiti. That something just happened. Okay, and the next morning, okay, we had to start spending heavy money to correct things because we had bookings down the line. So am I going to, because there was a bomb blast, not open the next day? Okay. I thank God the whole place wasn't destroyed, but what was left, we had to continue running and start repairing the bomb blast. So it was with a lot of personal intervention from customers and friends that we were able to get funds initially. Okay,
And that is how you get to maintain your activity.
it's straight away that we needed to repair the damage that was caused by the
blast at
by
that
the blast. So by the time government came to our aid, do you understand? We had already borrowed money from bank, borrowed money from individuals, but we also thank them for eventually coming to our
But I
aid.
know quite a number of other humanitarian churches came to support, also give some help.
Well, I mean, churches will not come and support a hotel. They will support individuals. I mean, most churches will not go to a hotel and say, "Oh, yeah, start taking." What do they want to give us?
I want to ask on a lighter note. I want to find out, why do some of these hotels name their rooms Mexico, Chicago, New York, and the wife in his room, the husband in Motiwan, Chicago, by you.
Well, you see, this is it. It's your personal choice. Do you understand? You might build your hotel and you might have affinity to name it after your family members.
Okay.
Do you understand? And your grandma might be called Ojo Olakwe, so you call it Ojo Olakwe Blue Room or
But
something.
why are they not
you
giving it some of the local names in Ibadan too?
you can do that. Do you understand? So, like you said, really and truly, okay, we must also look inwards when doing things like this. We must look inwards when doing things like this to use local local names.
Names.
Like I had an artwork. I have an artwork in my reception, which is a metal bird, a metal cock, a metal cockerel that was done by a very popular metallurgist and artist, Mr. Dotokwokwala. And when he brought it, and we bought it off him, we had a competition amongst my staff that, okay, what should we name this chicken? Do you understand? And people were bringing all kinds of
suggestions.
names. And we named it Kukuruku at the end of the day. And it's there, and it's a local name.
You know, again, I want to ask on the lighter note. When you get to some hotels, we see that, they give us cream, they give us bottle sprays, and some of these other things. But give us shampoo. People supposed to go with these things. You get to some houses, some of my friends, I see different hotel names, different shampoo, different.
To be truthful, things like your shampoo, your soap, your whatever, they're complimentary. They come with the room.
It's part of what you pay
Yeah,
for.
you can take that.
You
away.
can go with
take
it.
that away.
Okay.
Now, if you sleep in a hotel and you enjoy the pillow, what you're supposed to do is go to the reception and ask for the housekeeper and ask where they bought the pillow, or if they have an extra, they can sell to you. There are actually hotels abroad that have their pillows, their mattresses, their bed sheets, everything for sale, brand new. So if you enjoy it, they will deliver to your door.
Thank you very much, Otunba Ayodele, who is the president of Hoteliers in Oyo State. Thank you for joining us.
God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Till next week, when we come your way again, I had this program also with Rufus Osunsame. And I hope when next we get to call you, you get to speak with us in the studio.
I will. Thank you very much.
Till next week, my name is Victor Oyejide. Do have a great day. And like I said to you, if you drink, ensure that you do not drive. And if you drive, please do not drink. Be your best behavior in any hotel you find yourself.
Thank you.